Hi, my name is Richard Day. I'm a professor at EKU in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction, and I teach educational foundations. I've been asked to create a short video to demonstrate just what that is. Here we study schools, children, and how to become knowledgeable professional educators. We study a host of social and cultural factors that impact the schools. That includes philosophy, psychology, child development, classroom management, curriculum and instruction, educational history, school law, finance and governance, you name it. If it affects kids in school, we talk about it. Let's take a look at a short video and we'll touch a little bit on some of the fun stuff we do. Well, if you're alive in 2020, you recognize that as a TikTok video. TikTok has become a big deal lately. Apparently, a lot of people love TikTok. One contributing factor to its popularity may well be the social isolation that people were feeling during the pandemic. TikTok was downloaded 351 million times in the first quarter of 2020. And that earned the company $157 million. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company that was launched in 2016 and is preparing an initial public offering in the US stock markets this year. Each TikTok video is a 3 to 60 second piece of work in a loop that's designed for smartphone use. You can add photos, emojis, music, and effects to enhance the video's message. Have you ever thought about why people are attracted to TikTok? I've had some students tell me they spend as much as 2 hours a day watching TikTok videos. What makes watching all these short video memes so compelling? Well, the answer lies in human psychology, and it's something that good teachers are very familiar with. As you watch videos on TikTok, TikTok is paying attention. The longer you stay on a certain kind of video, the more you follow them, the more you like them, the more TikTok tries to show you more of that kind of video. When you see what you want to see, you get rewarded with a little shot of dopamine, a chemical in the brain that causes us to feel pleasure. For some of you, it may be the dancing videos. For others, it may be fishing or golf or politics, whatever it is. Our understanding of this phenomenon dates back to around 1900, when Ivan Pavlov discovered that the dogs in his laboratory began to salivate when they saw men in white coats approaching the dogs with their food bowls. He experimented by ringing a bell when he fed the dogs, and before long, the dogs would salivate even when they heard the bell, whether there was food present or not. In the 1930s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner studied animals in a box, where if mice pressed a bar or birds pecked on a button, they would receive food. Then gradually, he changed the conditions so that the animals only received food every once in a while. But he discovered that the animals would still try over and over and over again. Skinner found that behaviors could be shaped with the use of reinforcement. Desired behaviors are rewarded, while undesired behaviors are not rewarded or perhaps even punished. This is called operant conditioning. In the classroom, a teacher knows that a reinforcement, even something as simple as saying, "I like the way you followed my directions," increases the likelihood that a student will repeat that behavior. And a punishment, like taking a timeout, decreases the likelihood that the student will repeat the behavior. Educators study what happened before an undesirable behavior occurred with the hope of removing whatever had stimulated that bad behavior. This is called applied behavioral analysis, although in the schools we refer to it as functional behavioral analysis. And it's used with special needs students, students with substance abuse issues, and even school discipline, something as simple as fighting. As an elementary school principal, I listened to many stories about why a fight happened on the playground. In each one, I would bring the kids into the office and listen to each of the combatants, and then work backwards to try to figure out what it was that stimulated that first punch. Every behavior serves a function. It makes you feel better or worse, or at least different somehow. And this impacts our thoughts and feelings, and ultimately what we believe to be true about ourselves. So the next time you tap in to Tik Tok, or you're galloping down Old Town Road, think about how you're being reinforced or perhaps punished by spending your time that way. These foundational kinds of human interactions and school structures are what we study in educational foundations, and I hope you'll join us.